So let's open our asses and let the
Welcome.
buttercreaming begin.
I've got good news. The game you like is going to come back in style. You're about to see me play it. Let's roll.
And now for something completely different.
Hi. How's it going? Indeed, we're back with more Deadly Premonition. And the video is progressing nicely. I actually got further than I had set a goal for myself, which is nice. Because I had planned on getting about 1/3 of the video edited, but instead I got to slightly over 2/5, which is nice. Yeah, back in black. Black mold in your 8-month-old gravy. It will haunt me for I don't know how long. But long enough for it to be a problem. And those who are not those who are not aware and aren't in, for example, on Discord, Cobra made a new... Well, Cobra's made a lot of food hacks lately. But one of his food hacks involved putting jar gravy on a sandwich. Problem is that he had opened the jar 8 months prior. So it was growing new life. And he still ate it. Indeed, Theron. And then the jar broke. I mean, I can check when my next free month is. One moment. Not free month. Free weekend.
The elites don't want you to know this, but the ducks at the park are free. You can take them home. I have 458 ducks.
That's a lot of ducks. I did not know that. Thank you, Milf. I keep forgetting that that's a thing. Thank you for your support. But my next free Friday nights are on the 7th and 14th of next month. I just need to check the calendar, and yeah, because of May the 14th. No, it's May the 4th. That's the Star Wars Day. I can't even think. But that's fine. I rarely think anyway. I think it's vastly overrated, the whole thinking business. I did see something absolutely hilarious today, though.
Hello.
Hey, is this Wild Bill for America?
Yes, it is.
Let's get drunk and get butt naked and have adult fun.
I'm having trouble understanding you.
I do have a Trumpster by Butthole challenge. If you think you can prove you got a virgin butthole, step up to the podium.
Mister, do not call me back. I don't care to put up with your BS.
Fuck you, Wild Bill. Fuck you, Wild Bill.
You love me and you know it.
I mean, a month-old Gravy, you're still okay in my books. When you get to 8 months old,
fuck her right in the pussy. Fuck her right in the pussy.
I was thinking of which streamer to make a joke about. But that was it. Thank you, month-old Gravy, for the bob. The support is very much appreciated. And we're not even half an hour in, and we're already in a very very thin ice. Ah, that's beautiful. I love it. Thank you. That has cheered me up. Right. What I was about to say. I saw something really hilarious today. Milo Yiannopoulos is again apparently getting into the proper right-wing grift with right-wing grift train with all of the podcasters and whatnot and so on and so
let's
forth.
Open our asses and let the buttercreaming begin.
So I saw some clips of... No, not at all. But I saw some clips of him recently with Tim Pool. And as you may know, Tim Pool was caught in a scandal about being paid millions by the Russians to spread disinformation and shit like that. Which he obviously denies and plays victim and whatever the fuck not. And now, of course, when there's the whole defund everything shit with the current US government, And all of the right wingers are trying to figure out, trying to find anything that they can claim that, oh, US government was paying for left-wing disinformation and shit like that, by grasping at the thickest of straws, or thinnest of straws. And obviously for Tim Pool, that is walking on a bit of thin ice when you were paid millions by a Russian government-affiliated entity to start pointing fingers at other people who may or may not be getting money from the government. Though this time from your government. And obviously the whole shtick is you gotta be outraged and say that people are dumb and whatever the fuck. So Milo was all on board of this whole stuff. And, you know, when talking about... and Tim Pool then went even worse and mentioned Dave Rubin, who was also one of these people who got paid by the Russians. And was trying to defend him by that. Sure, he might have gotten hundreds of thousands from somewhere and blah, blah, blah. And Milo was obviously going with the whole, well, if you're getting hundreds of thousands from somewhere and you don't even care to try and find out who wants to pay you hundreds of thousands to make some kind of content, that's at the very least, like, stupidly irresponsible.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Obviously.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Obviously, that is the case, right? That is indeed the case. But you're not supposed to say that when Tim Pool is one of those extremely irresponsible people you're talking about. And when Tim Pool made it clear that he was one of those people, then the tone changed. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were a victim of that. I didn't know you were a victim of being paid millions by a foreign government and not wanting to find out where that money came from. You're a victim for that. So suddenly, the whole tone changed. It's like, holy fucking shit. How do people not fucking see through this goddamn dumb bullshit? Because it's so transparent. It's just... The only explanation I have is that people just want their opinions validated. They don't care if it's transparently wrong and bullshit. They don't care if it's transparent that the whole thing is just completely partisan and you have different rules for one side and different rules for the other. They just want the other side to be shat on and made to be some kind of a Machiavellian villain. I mean, yeah, Shan. I mean, when I read that Elon Musk had said to some fucking Dubai people that, you know, when talking about rooting out the government, government excess, is that you really need to cut them down. You really need to remove the roots to make it harder for them to grow back. And I was like, yes, exactly. That is absolutely correct. We need to remove the root from all kinds of government excesses. Which means we need to stop giving subsidies to Elon Musk. Because that would remove the roots of all of his businesses. Because he relies entirely on government subsidies. None of his companies actually make a profit without government subsidies. None. Not a single one. The only reason he's so rich is because of government money. He's the biggest fucking welfare queen there is on the entire goddamn planet. I mean, yeah, that's why he wants to get rid of all government entities that are watchdogs to that kind of shit. And that ensure that and that have oversight over his companies. That's why he wants to slash them, because he just wants to get more of that taxpayer money. That's the only fucking reason. Like, people need to understand that billionaires are not your friends. They don't care about you. They don't have your best interests in mind. They have their own interests in mind. That's how they've become billionaires, because they don't give a fuck about you. Like, nobody who gives a fuck about other humans has the capacity to become a billionaire. That is just the harsh reality of life. Some billionaires might be better at faking it and making it at least seem a little bit like...
I'm gonna have to send you to the Columbo dimension.
Instructions unclear, sending more money.
It's worse. So I gotta re-step what she says. It's a little excited when he meets new people. Oh, there's just one more thing.
Of course!
I need to
consider myself to be a high-functioning alcoholic.
I need to tinker with the timing of the
Check out
TTS.
that tactical sub, dude. Fuck sickos.
Theron, thank you very much for the Columbo dimension. It's my fucking favorite redeem. It's so dumb, and it's so great. Thank you so much for your support, Theron. It is very much appreciated. The support is immensely appreciated. But yeah. Billionaires are not your friends. That's the point.
Of course!
That is really the only point I'm going for right now. Like, even Bill Gates, who is admittedly doing a lot of good things, but he's only doing them in amounts which ensure that he still stays a multi-billionaire. Perpetually. They're not your friends. They don't have your best interests at heart. Gates is far from the worst, and that's exactly why I brought up Gates, because Gates is usually the one who's brought up as a good billionaire. And that's why I even pointed out that even he has set all of it up in a way where so much of it just comes back to him. So even that is way more than most billionaires do. But there's still that underlying self-serving nature of still not wanting to actually lose any money. I mean, yeah, exactly, Shen. Like, sure, if a serial killer decided to only kill, let's say, health insurance executives, they'd still be a serial killer. That wouldn't change. There'd still be something majorly wrong there, and it could easily backfire and hit you. There's still something severely wrong. Even if you'd think that they're one of the good ones. I mean, pretty much everyone has been on Epstein's plane if you've got enough money. It's the whole networking shit. And that's the whole deal. They're all still bad. Yeah, Theron, you're not rich enough yet because you're giving so much money to me that you'll never make it to. You'll never make it to whoever the new Epstein is. I mean, I'm sure there's a new version of Epstein already for the super rich Bannon.
I would consider
Just because the
myself to be a
one plane is
high-functioning
down doesn't mean
alcoholic.
that
Check out that tactical sub, dude. Fuck sickos.
exactly. Fuck sickos. Yeah, exactly, Theron. Because you really have two choices with your financial decisions. It's like, okay, you can give me more money and I can go on Humble Bundle and or the Humble Store and I can buy the new Alone in the Dark game and we can play it on stream. Or you can save your money and go on a plane where you can do nasty things to underage people. Like, it's your choice. Nash, and I've already said that once, well, multiple times before, that I will, if it is possible, if it is at all possible, to get a game legitimately when I intend to either stream it or make a YouTube video out of it, I will get it legitimately. Because I would feel wrong making a profit out of something that was pirated. I wouldn't feel that it was the right thing to do. Personal use, I have absolutely zero. I have absolutely zero gripes about that. But for stuff like this, no, I want to actually own the game. I feel more justified in taking advantage of them to well, to make money out of them, because that is one thing that the games are a vessel for. Yeah, I don't remember too much about Warren Buffett. To be honest, I haven't kept up with all of the billionaires. But that's the whole thing. A lot of billionaires do a lot of good. But as long as they remain billionaires, you can still tell that a large portion of their effort still goes into remaining billionaires. And being a billionaire always requires that money to come from somewhere, which is always the people who have less than you. So it's a kind of a chain. So in other words, we need to work towards dismantling the framework of capitalism. And here we go, just radicalizing people again. But yeah, exactly, because capitalism is basically a pyramid scheme, and there is a reason why the whole money attracts money thing actually works. Like you've seen Elon Musk the last several years just spend most of his time shouting at people on Twitter. And he's still fucking rich. It's because he's too rich to actually fail without actually trying their hardest to fail. Or if there would be someone with enough money and resources to actually want to take him down. But nobody wants to because he's a peg in the pyramid and people are feeding off of that. Other rich people. So yeah, in other words, if we lived in an ideal world, which we don't, I would like it if there was no capitalism. But we don't. So the best I can hope for is heavily regulated capitalism. That's really the best I can hope for. And I hope that one day all of those things will become somewhat realities. Nah, Theron, I'm sure they're gonna do it themselves at some point. They're gonna create so much division that they're gonna have another civil war and somebody's gonna think that nukes are cool and things are gonna blow up. Is the cynicism coming through already? Oh well. Speaking of cynicism, the next video is coming out soon. I added some funny jokes. I'm just concerned about one thing with the latest video, which is the bit I posted on Discord as well. That's referencing an old Italian zombie movie, and also it's referencing one ending that we used to have on this channel, and also it's a thing that I found out because of the Cinema Snob, so it's also referencing him because it was kind of a running joke for him as well. And why I'm concerned about that is that it is using a copyrighted tune, even if it is for a couple of seconds. So I'm kind of hoping that it's not going to get tagged. Yeah, I wonder if I should look into whether I could make some kind of an 8-bit version of the tune. Because the music is a key part of the whole joke. So it needs to be there. I need to look into it at some point. But what we need to do now is we've once again talked for quite a long time about all kinds of shit. Mostly about toppling capitalism. I'm really becoming a fucking bread tuber, am I? No, it's just... No, it's just the whole thing. I don't see in our current world communism to be actually a viable thing to happen. So I'm not that kind of a person. I rust the berries. But I am very much aware of the failures of unfettered capitalism. And I honestly don't know what the fuck we could do about it. That's really the biggest problem. I don't know how to fix it, and I don't see anybody who has any interest in doing so. Oh well. But what I do know is we have a video game. There's also Luigi Mario from the Super Mario Bros. Series. The guy in green. Some people knew him as Green Mario. So you never know, all kinds of things can happen. Yeah, I don't even remember what we did in Deadly Premonition the last time. My days are going into this weird,
Thomas, did you see Nick here?
mush.
No.
Oh yeah, I remember that sound.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
George, stay back. She's trying to speak.
No! It couldn't be! Nick! Oh, please, no!
You got us good this time, Zach.
Yeah, George killed a woman, and then I made jokes about him killing more women afterward. I still think the Kaysen guy is the murderer because he has the red tree, or at the very least he's connected with the murders. Right, we were following Nick and Diana. Whoa, hey! Guys, get over here, there's zombies! This is the first time we're seeing these zombies while everybody else could technically get over here and see them. But they're not. I do Piglet. Oh, hello there. That's a lot of zombos. Ow! What was that? This is the first time there's actually more of them. Yeah, I know the game has frame rate issues. Oh, we're doing surprisingly fine, Piglet. Hope you've been well as well. I mean, I've made some more mental adjustments, and I'm actually feeling more stable, which is nice. This is the first time one of these segments actually requires some gameplay instead of just standing about. Can I open this? Yeah, this is a very interesting game, Piglet. I don't know if you know anything about Deadly Premonition, but it is definitely a video game. I'm trying to come up with a way to explain any of this. I mean, we're getting sexy sax, so that explains a lot.
Emily, I want you guys to...
Wait out here, I know. I'm not gonna fight you about this anymore. But promise me this. If there's trouble, then you'll call us in, okay? You might not think so, but we're a team.
Are we?
A team?
That's what I think, at least, and I'm interested in you and Zach. I don't want anything to happen to you before I hear more about you two.
I mean, yeah, Piglet, we've come to the conclusion that all of the zombies are actually hallucinations of the main character, who probably has a split personality. And the whole thing is that we're investigating a murder, or two murders now, that have to do with a serial killer who's been going around the United States.
Zach, did you hear that?
And suddenly...
She wants to know more about you. Isn't that a nice surprise? Amazing.
And suddenly... things that we assume are hallucinations. She's a local police, because we're an FBI agent, we've come elsewhere, and she's a police from the town where we're at. And there's another cop called George, who's the sheriff of the place, I guess. We have now entered one of the action segments, because there's also an open world. Also, listen to these menu sounds. This is absolutely fantastic, and I love everything about the game. It's such jank. There's inappropriate sexy saxophone music. It's... I don't know how to explain the game properly. This is one of those things that you just need to experience. Like, objectively, most parts about the game are... have not been done well. But when put together, it comes into this weird combination that is just impossible to look away from. I mean, that is a good way to explain it, Piglet. It is kind of like a fever dream. Exactly, Shan. This shouldn't work, but... all of the bad things combined together to make a fucking 10 out of 10 game. Hi, Sadako. Was that a fart? Is she farting? How you doing, Rain? Was that it? Oh, hey, we look wounded. I didn't notice that. That's the first time we actually have to heal. We're also tired and hungry. So let's drink some root beer. And eat some smoked salmon that we're carrying in our pocket. Yeah, that was a boss fight. That is very true, Rain. It is. It is, in a sense, poetic timeline to be playing this. And a reminder to everybody, our purpose right now is we have been tailing the chef at the local diner who might be having an affair with the art gallery proprietor. And we suspect that they might have something to do with the murders. And therefore we're in this hellish corridor shooting zombies. Now that's a question that I kinda wouldn't have wanted, kinda would have never wanted to get an answer to be honest. I need to watch all of the newer ones as well. Yeah, I agree, Shan. Like, I think it would have been better to have just made the story more and more about the town and never really actually solve the murder. I guess that would have angered a lot of normies, but fuck 'em.
This is the entrance hall.
Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
I don't know. But see, the red tree is now different. Alright, so what has happened here?
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed.
Okay.
No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Tales of a humongous penis are happening in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my understanding too, Rain. Yeah, there's too much movement, Shan, so the compression goes fucked.
Too much noise.
No, well,
We're still
no
missing
shit.
a vital piece of the puzzle.
See, even the game agrees with us. This is why the game is great. It's like, it has these moments of them knowing what's wrong and mentioning something else which still answers exactly what we were wondering. Put down. Put what down? Oh, so some kind of a totally not Resident Evil inspired puzzle segment. Where we need to find an object and put it there. Or put it somewhere. Baby with an apple. Okay. I think his personality that is stoic because something traumatic happened to Zack. That's the original personality. I know, it is a lovely tree. That is also a possibility, Rain. No. No ripe apple for the baby. How about the red apple? Okay, no. Okay, never mind then. No ripe and no red. So that requires a green apple then. Alright, so we gotta find... Alright, ripe, of course. Now I remember what it actually means in English. Now, apple number 3, there it is. Based on the flowers I know, yellow. Theron. Very yellow. A zombie painting. Yeah, Rain, making the intro backwards was something I felt was needed, but was also difficult. Because there are certain mental connotations that come from the game and its clear inspirations. Not too bad. Why is there a picture here? I don't know. No, that would require me to have a soul. Well, someone spilled their seed on the floor. A red seed could be an important clue in solving this case. Now let's see if we can see a little bit better. I know I could skip the first two of these, but I don't wanna. Why?
What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined.
I still think she's talking about a penis.
No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Oh, gas mask, fart fetish stuff. I admit I could be wrong. Yeah, exactly. All of the signs point that direction.
Look at porn and people that lie about it. But I wasn't looking at porn.
Sure you weren't, Alex. Sure you weren't. I mean, metaphorical porn is the hottest. Let's be real here. Now, what do we find behind door number?
I would consider myself to be a high-functioning alcoholic.
Yeah, me too.
Check out that tactical sub, dude. Fuck sickos.
I also just yeah, I don't know why that had gone downwards a little bit. Red vines are entangled around the guiding rope. A no-go for sure, because I definitely couldn't just step over this. That would be too easy. I love the little obstacles in especially older video games, which are just I can't step over this knee-height obstacle. It's just too much. Yeah, you should go back to high school. Yay! I like the zombie sounds. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Gib thing. Gib thing. Thing. Gib. Gib! Stupid corpse not disappearing. Yeah, exactly, Rain. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, one of the most brilliant and also one of the dumbest things I've ever seen is in a Family Guy video game. Because you all know that video games have invisible walls and boundaries and shit. But have you ever had a video game where the invisible wall is denoted by a mime doing this? It's really fucking dumb and also absolutely brilliant. Hey! Aha! Missed me! Alright, can't go there. Need to check every place since I do want to find all of the clues. Cause I don't want to miss a thing. Now we found the shoe. I mean, yeah, we've come to the conclusion that they are all hallucinations, aren't actually, you know, people who are meant to be there. So at this point, we are going around an art museum, shooting people who've come here to look at paintings. That's what they're talking about. Relatively mundane things like saying, "Don't kill me," or "Dude, I'm just a high school student."
What are you doing here? So it was you.
And now I need to quickly clear my nose.
More astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Okay, I guess I have to admit that a knife to the side, that might go a little bit beyond fart fetish stuff, so I might have been wrong about my initial suspicions. But I'm humble enough to admit when I'm wrong. Are we gonna get another hiding and chasing scene in here as well? Now that's the real question. We haven't seen the raincoat killer here, so maybe not. Because usually we've seen him pretty early on, which has denoted that there's gonna be a sequence. But then again, this is Deadly Premonition, so expecting consistency is probably the last thing that I should do. Yeah, exactly, because I shouldn't expect consistency. Except consistency in inconsistency. And that's what makes it beautiful. Because every time I think that, okay, the game can't surprise me anymore. It can't get any crazier than this. And then it does. I mean, I'll be honest, based on what I had heard, I expected this to be just, you know, a little dumb meme romp that we'd try to get through as quickly as possible. Because I had heard that, you know, it is, you know, Twin Peaks inspired and it's kinda silly. So I had expected this to be just, you know, short little meme romp of, you know, dumb memes. But it's something much more than that. It's like an art piece of strangeness. Everything that shouldn't work, but it does. That within, and it's partially because I was very, very sick, and it's been sealed with a curse. And I didn't feel like I could be making any voices. It's really going for a Japanese take on Lynch. Since somebody cared about this a lot, you can tell. Whether it works or not is interpreted, but there's passion here. And that's one of the things that I have been talking about in a lot of instances where, you know, for example with bad movies. With bad movies, you know, when somebody tries to make a bad movie on purpose, it's usually not terribly entertaining. But when somebody's trying to make a good movie, earnestly, with passion, but it doesn't necessarily have the skills to make it good, and it becomes bad. But that, because of that passion, becomes really good, even though it's bad. And it's similar, I feel, with games, and I think this is a great example of how that also works with games.
What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
That was a very hairy ghost hand. I think, Shan, what you intended to say was, he's eating her. And then he's going to eat me. Oh my god!
No!
Since we were talking about shit movies, which are good. I guess it might be a good idea to occasionally save. You know, I also gotta admit, by the way, since we're playing on the PS3, that was one of the surprising things which really showed kind of a change in the attitude of tech companies. Because PS3 operating system also came in Finnish. That was basically unimaginable. It's similar to how there are more and more games that actually get at least text translations into Finnish. Like, for example, we fucking played Bloodborne in Finnish. And Demon's Souls also has all of the text translated into Finnish. Like, shit like that is still relatively rare. And I'm kinda surprised that FromSoft is one of those companies that actually has Finnish translations done for the games. It's fascinating. Aha! Dodged you, bitch! Now, some of these people really want us to play My Summer Car, because they're going, kill you, kill you, kill you. I mean, come on. Okay. Okay. I'll play My Summer Car eventually. We need to show Theron the computer. I know, but don't push me. I'm enjoying this.
Welcome to die. I kill you.
Exactly. Also, wait a fucking second. Which sound source did that go again?
More where that came from. More where that came from.
Sorry, I'm just noticing some random issues occasionally. Whoops. I am doing the thing.
More where that came
I'll shoot
from.
you between the tits, bitch. Come on. Thank you. Holy shit. I don't like Sadako. Gotta shake that knob, do-do-do. Gotta shake that knob, do-do-do. But you know, I feel like it's really unfair that the game wants us to shake the knob at this point. I mean, we just spilled our seed on the floor, and now you expect us to just shake the knob. You should want to do it the other way around. Also, did I just turn around and go back? I did. How did I manage that? Are you sure, Shan? I'm not convinced of that.
I'm not entirely sure.
How did I manage to just turn around like that? Holy shit. I have no sense of direction. Damn you, Sadako. Would you leave me alone? Now she's mooning us. That's really unnecessary. Alright, toolboxing. Oh, hey! Whoops. I like how the enemies still die super fucking slow. What's that? Ah, pickles. Yeah, it's almost like there's no consistency with the enemies in this game. Thanks for the toolbox. Now let's go up. What a thrill. I mean, I guess we could shave, you know. Killing naked women is so masculine that our beard grows so quickly. Might as well also sleep. Just light sleep. That's fine. I know. Might as well change our clothes, because blood doesn't show as well from red, and then from this weird dream world we can also send our old suit into dry cleaning, because that's how things work. Oh, of course they won't attack me. They're a figment of my imagination. Hello.
Nick.
Check his back, you bitch.
Huh?
Come on, check the back. For the sign. The back. Oh, she's gonna get impaled on the tree.
Come on, open up.
Is George gonna kill her too? Because if he is, then he's the murderer. Oh, that's gonna impale in a nasty place, is it not?
George, call for assistance with the body.
Wait! She's still alive.
Oh, that... I'm getting Cannibal Holocaust flashbacks.
Don't move your hands and stay still.
Yeah, George, don't kill her.
George, it's no good. It won't budge.
Emily, stand back.
I'll kill her for you.
There's not enough time. George! Catch us!
It's not real, it's not happening again. It's all in your head.
I would not have put a Cannibal Holocaust reference out of this game's purview, but I'm kinda glad it didn't happen.
Thomas! Call an ambulance!
What? A what?
Agent York, George, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. I think I'm too old to be an acrobat, though.
Diane looks okay too. She should be able to tell us who did this to her.
God, I hope so.
And then the
But
tree
you,
fell on her.
George, quite a catch. I'm impressed. Hmm?
George?
Is there a dick butt on the wall?
What a beautiful beach. The reaching one who feel off in many directions. Combinating a sharp voices slide away into nothingness, inspiring a truly deep eroticism in all who clear. Every woman will find herself about being penetrated by those sharp voices. This piece is most unimaginable desire.
She doesn't have a tongue, Shan.
Diane? Come closer. Begging beauty.
Diane! Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Huh.
Back off! Don't touch me!
I think a more accurate thing would be she has a partial tongue because a part of it was bit off. Because it's not cut off, it's bit off. And I'm assuming the voice actors were told to just keep their tongue as still as possible while speaking the lines. That's kind of my assumption on how it was done. The thingy. Also, I fucking called it. Told you it would fall on it. George killed someone again! Again! Though this time it was an accident. Even more than the last time.
I requested
Yeah, he might not be the Red Seed serial killer, but he is a killer.
Nick, quiet.
Can you hear that?
Hmm? Sexy saxophone? No, somebody masturbating.
No!
Oh, it was a dog.
I think he wants us to follow him. Shall we follow, Zach?
Just randomly some funky music right after somebody's died. I don't know. Why are you in blackface? I think that's the bigger question here. It's Soviet hearing. I call ambulance, boop. I know. I'll keep an eye on George and Nick. We might still need it. Make sure no one touches Diane's body either. I can still feel her hand. Emily, it's okay. Just try and calm down. I'm going after Willie. Just take it easy here. I do have to appreciate that the dog's name Willie, whose footsteps sounds like fapping. Okay, not those footsteps, but the ones that sounded far away. I don't know what the fuck those sounds were. Alright, where are you taking me? I'm assuming this too is symbolism, that we're a man just blindly following our Willie. We don't know where it's gonna take us, but we're still following. So, what you doing, Willie? Where you going? Also, your Jason should feed you more. I'm not really a big fan of a dog that I can see the ribs of. You know? This makes me feel like maybe something's not okay at home. You know? Just a thought. So can we finally get into the office room? You know, I would have wanted to come in here even without the dog, so... Especially since we could have just followed the fucking blood trails instead of the dog. But, what ifs? Now, should we shave at a murder scene? So it all started in the bathroom. Hello there. Another one of Kaysen's little trees.
Willie, are you out there?
Kaysen, what are you doing in there?
York, is that you? Thank God. I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Kaysen, stand away from the door.
Where's Diane? And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually, you do. Diane just died a moment ago.
What?
You're not just a key witness now. You're now a suspect. And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Well, I just came here to talk with Diane. To have a conversation.
And I suppose that kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
This was just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane.
Okay, I came.
We've been together before. A couple times. It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see?
Because I like coming.
This time is no different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out. Anyway, how could I kill Diane if I was in a room locked from the outside? 2 hours ago, me and Diane, we were taking it easy, drinking upstairs. We were, you know, enjoying ourselves. Then Nick had to show up. Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here. I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by. Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window. Then you showed up instead of Diane.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer. And nada from questioning Nick. Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick. He's taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art, but he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder. They were about to head out to the bar again together, but while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect, but that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room, which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time. He did say something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots. And Nick was wearing boots. But now that Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement, which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now. One more thing, Zach. George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him. He's feeling responsible for the deaths of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left. Well, of course, he'd still have muscle.
Okay. Well, we do have a decent amount of money, which is nice. Maybe we should see if we could get another car. I would like another car. Cars are nice. I mean, I do have to admit, I actually don't know
Zach,
who the
let's get
murderer
back
is.
to the hotel.
Which is
First
good.
Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
No.
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
No.
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Yeah, let's fuck. I mean, drink. Well, I hope so, Bannon.
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard.
It was
I
an
used to climb
orgy
it a lot.
in the sewers while
And
we were
fall out of it
hunting
a lot.
an alien entity that feeds off your fear.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again.
So I became a cop, so
Tree
I
punishment
could
was
shoot
definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees. I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber, and I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Except 2 deaths.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Alright. I am gonna take a short little break. I need to get up and stretch a bit. And then we're gonna continue. And yes, there is still a plot. Come on, there's now been 3 murders, and we're still not at all sure who could be the murderer. Because everybody that the game puts as potential murderers in front of us, it's like in the next chapter, it pulls the rug from under you and goes, whoop, not that one. Maybe. I mean, there is plot. I mean, depends. Do you mean like actual plot or like anime plot? Because if you're talking about anime plot, then yeah, I agree, there's not enough of that. If you know what I mean. Yeah, you know. But I will take a short little break, and I will be right back. Once I remember buttons, which is always hard. Ogly dogly. Yeah, I haven't really seen much anime post 2000, early to mid 2000s, to be honest. A coral?
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too.
That's a good opening line.
We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
Hey, there's dead people.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
I'm busy, gotta go.
I like the emotions of people in this game. I just realized I do need to move my lamp, it's too low. Did you just sing I Dream of Feet? Was this made by Quentin Tarantino? Yeah, Dun 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 is one of those that I've heard that I should probably check. Another one that I've been told to check, which is also a newer one that's apparently good, is Psycho Pass. That's another one that I've been told to check. And that's also 2012, so that's in 3.5. And I don't even watch anime, but I knew about that. I'm sure people who...
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Oh, hi. New dress? New woman?
Zach. Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
Titties? Yes.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
York?
She's gonna die.
Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose.
Yeah, she's gonna die.
Is this a problem?
Right? No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
I mean, he can't handle the bosom. I mean, booze.
And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
I think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past. Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school. But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too.
Yeah.
I respect him, of course.
Now you're too old for
I
him.
wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Yeah, she's gone now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go.
Your hand?
It's what I treasure most.
Oh.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
Ghost Stories is an interesting one. Ghost Stories with the original dub is absolutely a fucking mid anime. Like, it's not awful. It's okay. Galaxy of
I
Terror.
had a good time tonight.
I just
Good night.
realized that's another
See you
fucking
tomorrow.
shit movie reference, by the way.
York.
Yes.
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
Yeah, it's actually sound effect in the game. I was wondering, there's some weird, static noise, but it's just a sound effect in the game, probably coming from the neon sign or something. But yeah, Ghost Stories is absolutely fucking mid. But the dubbed version, it's fucking gold. Not the new dub, though. The old dub. It is Shan, and that's what makes it good, because the actual anime itself is very mid. I still have it. I still have the old dub because I fucking need it. I need to watch it again. Oh, Kill the Kill. That's another one that I remember hearing a lot about. Guess I need to make myself a list at some point of things I need to watch. Okay, now where's my car? My car. Where the fuck's the thing that I bought? 'Cause it is mine. My car. Oh well, I guess tomorrow we can just go buy a new one. See, listen very carefully. There's background music in the car. But it's really fucking quiet.
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop me.
We are the titty aficionados, Shen. That's who. I've also been wondering that I should see if I could find myself a white polyester jacket. Ah, the typewriter brand typewriter. Those are good.
Zach, let's go over our progress. From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects. There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes.
Do you remember what that was, Zach?
I just completely missed what it was saying because I was reading chat.
That's right. Diane was still alive. This
No, it's my
suggested
bad.
very little time
Because I'm not
passed
paying
for
attention
us,
to what York is saying.
which means the criminal was still close by. It was somewhere near the scene. There were two possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one other.
Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
Willie.
Kaysen. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him. Kaysen's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement. Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up?
Oh, they will be. They will be, Shan.
That's it.
Even if we don't want them to be.
Passing by. Nick was
for the younger generations,
which means
they will remember completely different things than we are remembering.
Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking and make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest.
Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
Nah, I don't think it's Nick.
Me too. Usha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat Killer. Remaining leads. There is the locket, which is in Carol's possession, the man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer.
The sound effects are putting me into a fucking trance.
Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
Are we now getting the scene where the old guy comes in and shoots you in the chest? No.
Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly. Baked cakes and cookies every day.
Well, not
She'd say
anymore,
that I
she
needed
doesn't.
the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
Finally.
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child.
Well, there's your traumatic experience.
I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends.
I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together. Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things.
This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
You saved my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
Zach, do you think Emily got home safely?
Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember? Our conversation with Emily. She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you.
If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed.
Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
I mean, to be fair, Shan, if they were faster, you couldn't really hit them now, could you?
Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please! Just for a moment. 1 second. Hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad. I know you're there! Come on, please! Thomas! 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 Thomas!
I wonder what more we'll find about the sex cult. I mean, there's clearly a sex cult that is at the center of the whole thing, Theron. We just haven't really found out too much about it yet. Not invited yet, Shan. Oh, of course I am, Bannon. I mean, have you seen the outfits they wear? Oh.
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
Alright, we're back in here, and now it's white. Instead of red. Okay. Fair enough, Shan. Well, we found a card. I'm of the confused. I know. Oh, that's the gas mask guy.
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
I do. It's better than staying here.
Very well then. Off you go, Mr.
Look carefully, boy. At times,
Are
we
you
must
sure about that?
purge things from this world because they should not.
I mean, anybody needs to see their first murder,
even if it means
when they're young.
losing someone that you love.
Is mommy a zombie? I take that as a yes. And now a reminder that this is still a story told by an old man to a young girl. Just so you don't remember that the framing of the whole idea is fucked up. Well, there was a little red tree. Cason's little red tree. That's a thick as fuck blanket, by the way.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yeah, classic
Yes.
York.
Thank you.
Is the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
Coffee is a vital, investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now.
Fuck in the coffee. Harry.
It says to hurry, and the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R-Y. Hurry to Harry. Looks like the time that he was talking about has come. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really?
I'll see you later, Polly.
But I wanted to drug
Mr.
you.
Morgan, what about the coffee? Don't you want a refill? Your coffee!
This is indeed a video game. Hi, Kason. What you doing here?
Hey, am I still a suspect?
Yes.
No.
Okay,
Yes.
well, good.
Yes, he is.
My wife and I have been living separately for over 3 years now.
Yeah,
Diane, she's
okay.
a single woman, so this shouldn't be a problem.
That's true.
I feel so bad for Diane, though. Gosh. Did you find out who did it?
I can't discuss that.
Yes, of course. I understand. You don't have to tell any of the folks around town about me and Diane, do you?
No, I won't do that. But it's a small town. I'm sure the rumors have started already. Nothing to be ashamed of, right? What's there to worry about?
Nothing in particular. No, nothing at all. I'm clean as the sheets in this hotel.
So, not that clean.
What's with that look? We don't have a problem, right?
It looks like Kaysen is involved with another woman in town. We can only hope it isn't Emily.
I mean, when you got the dick game, you got the dick game. Gotta respect it.
Oh, hi.
I don't know. I just
Oh, hi.
wanted to see the whole... Ooh! New suit. Don't mind if I do. I also like how the hotel receptionist is selling bullets. I mean, this is America, so... that should not come as a surprise. Raises chance of catching close range weapon. Raises chance of catching bullets. I mean... Okay. Why not? But that is one of the parts where this game is kinda fucked up, in the sense that there really isn't any need for bullets. Because the guns that have infinite ammo are already really fucking powerful.
York, I can't find Thomas. Was he here?
No, I haven't seen him. Have you tried the radio?
I've been trying, but he's not answering.
What about Nick?
No problem with him. He's calmed down a little. He's still saying he didn't do it. Nick said that Thomas disappeared sometime during the night. He kept calling for him, but Thomas stopped responding. I'm a bit worried.
Hey, what about the
George
problem? Leave
has
him.
asked for permission to search for Thomas.
I understand that things have been hard for Thomas, but surely he's just resting at home. But I'm not against looking for him. Tell George that he has my blessing.
Okay. As far as I know, Thomas always calls in when he needs a day off.
We're human, and so we are limited. As far as you know, there haven't been any serial killings here before, right?
That's right, but that's not...
Emily, I'm going to see Harry today.
What? Why? We have plenty of other leads to follow, don't we?
He did invite me over, though. It would be bad manners not to accept.
Are you really an FBI agent?
That's also a good question.
I think the FBI would take a more logical approach to investigations.
But Emily, a serial killer does not stay within the boundaries of logic. Thus, you can't hope to capture such a killer using only logic.
That's why I'm
going
shooting
to see Harry.
hobos every night.
You go with George and find Thomas.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Great. Thanks.
Okay, so,
I was an idiot for thinking he might be a good pick. I really need to work on my taste in men.
Aww. Guess we're not getting the good old in and out then. Can I destroy this? Apparently not. Oh well. Yeah, exactly, Rakatatti. That's the whole thing. We gotta nip it in the bud. Oop. Now, where was it again? I want a new car. Exactly. I wanna be
Zach,
the
we've ended up
very
with the
best,
third victim.
like no cop ever was.
Being a wasted attempt to save a life. It's a real mess, Zach.
Dive. When's the last time I made a dive like that?
I don't know.
Oh, I remember. Do you?
No, I don't know.
It was in my late teens. We used to go to those concerts. You and I like punk rock, but we like different types of punk. You liked hard and heavy punk, like Crash and Sham 69. I like the more twisted ones,
like YMCA,
Buzzcocks, Iggy Pop, Joy Division.
YMCA.
We used to talk for hours about the bands we really liked, but for some reason, neither of us listened to the Sex Pistols. I wonder why that was. Seems strange thinking about it now.
Yeah, I agree, because you're not the kind of person who seems to be getting any sex. I mean, not gonna lie, in a way, I guess it's actually a pretty good thing that there is not gonna be any kind of a romance thing going on. Unless it's gonna get rekindled somehow. I mean, since he was 7. And in a way, we are playing the placeholder for the other personality, I guess. We are playing the role of Zack. Which is kind of an interesting take, not gonna lie. There we go. I just gotta occasionally come back here and give him $100. But yeah, in this game it's just a monotonous car engine that gets stuck. Yes. I thought that was obvious, Chan. Even without this game.
I've been waiting for you, Benjamin. I've got a good one for you today. Don't go round spreading this one.
You know, Wisdom from Panda Bear, guy's been trading a car now. I've seen cars lying around town
I'll tell
too.
you another one when I see you
Jesus
again.
Christ, it really doesn't give us time to read it. What's a panda bear thing in this game's context? I don't know. I just know I want to go see if we can get another car. And we should also check the map for any side quests. Nothing's more torturous than the final day at work before summer vacation, and all I can hear inside your head is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
There was one band that we both liked. We went all the way to New York to see them play, right, Zach? It took us hours to get to New York by bus. We got to the CBGB and we were so nervous we couldn't go inside. It took us 30 minutes to gather enough courage to go inside. And inside, we were shocked. Right, Zach? I'll never forget that feeling. It was like a blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg pop. The Ramones. That song still makes me feel good. And that's a sign of a classic. But it's amazing I got in without being asked for ID. Those were the good old days. Rock and roll high school and Chinese rock. Sheena is a punk rocker and surfing bird. And I was so depressed when I heard the news of the deaths. Original punk is one of the greatest gifts left from the 20th century. Let's hope they're still rocking on wherever they are.
Done. Perfect.
Zach, did you want to go somewhere before we visit Harry?
Yes.
That's fine by me.
I have actually a couple of things I want to do. One, there's another side quest. There's another side quest at the Loaf and Jug. I wonder if it's another Sokoban thing. If it is, we gotta go to lunch before we're gonna do the Sokoban thing. Because I still don't trust that we're gonna get out. There's a card there as well. Yeah, we gotta go to the police station. There's another side quest there. Alright, the panda thing. That was the gun shop, right? White Spruce Farm. We haven't been there either. Roaming Sigourney has a side quest. There's a couple more side quests now. Where were the twins? There they are. Are they in a fucking car again? Because we don't have a couple of hours before we have to go. Before we have to go into the lunchtime. Let's see, a side quest.
You have potential, soldier. I want you to take a look around J10.
J10.
I'll need high gear parts. They should be around there somewhere. If you can find them and bring them back to me, I'll be able to increase the top speed of your vehicle.
Alright.
Now that sounds like a plan.
It's a fail-proof plan, soldier. You must learn to trust your superiors.
Around J10, then.
Your orders are clear. Now roll out!
Alright, Mr. Cosplay Maniac. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power. J10, so... they're the world's most fearsome fighting teams. There we go, that was easy. That's also nice frame drops again. It's like you're using all of the polygons for that model and nothing else can run. Yeah, that was always an interesting phrasing. Donatello does machines. Like, I'm sure he does. Now, what do you want again? Well, I have the fucking gear parts.
This is it. This will save your life someday, son.
Sure thing,
What's the
buddy.
story this time?
Speed determines everything on the battlefield. Life or
This is
death.
another
You're
diarrhea
not going to
story.
tell me another story about stomach pains, are you?
Son, I told you already. Don't mock your superiors. It's a very serious story this time. It starts with a question. Why did we lose the battle? We had firepower and the air support in the beginning. But looking at the results of a war of attrition, we learned a lesson. We lacked speed when speed was needed. It was our superiors' fault.
And that's
We should
why
have carried
Walt
out a
contracted
swifter
Agent
attack.
Orange.
That would have saved more of our soldiers. Although crybaby Timothy was doomed either way.
You really hated that sergeant, didn't you?
Don't talk to me with that tone, boy. Words cannot describe how much I hated him. I was at war with a crybaby. No one has enough lives to survive that. He poisoned us with our own food. Washed all our weapons with soap and water. Launched a signal flare thinking it was a firework. set off countless traps laid by the enemy. More than half of the unit had to return home sick because of him.
I don't know how much of this to believe.
Believe as much as you like. I'll keep my side of the promise and get to work on your vehicle.
Well, if he hates that sergeant so much, why does he keep talking about him? And would a general really even have direct contact with a sergeant? Questions keep
Brave of you
mounting.
to assume that he's actually a general.
I've increased your exhaust and optimized your higher gears. That means you can drive at a faster top speed. But there's still plenty of stuff I can do to make your car go faster. Just come see me again and I'll customize your car a little more.
Oogly doogly. Now, let's see if we can buy another car. Let's see, which ones did we actually get? Let's see, which is the most expensive one? Woodland, Kaysen's car. No, thank you. Metzger C600. That sounds nice. Now that's more like it. This is perfect. Okay, yeah, this is a faster car than any we've driven so far. Whoa, fuck, okay. Steering it is hard. There, is that better? I want to see if the twins are in the fucking car again. Granted, moving around is faster with this one. It's just gonna take a while to learn how to steer. Oh! Because with this car physics, it's not terribly easy, I'm telling you. Those physics that just turn you like 90 degrees in a second. I thought I saw them. Like the markers. Alright. What? Oh, fuck. I completely missed you. Hi kids, you have a side mission for me.
We saw someone.
Well
we
put,
really
Rakatati.
did.
Isaac? Isaiah? What exactly did you see?
Someone in the forest.
Standing under Anna's tree.
Not a goddess.
A little different.
A ghost?
Yeah, maybe it was a ghost.
Ghost? What makes you think that?
We found this on the ground there.
Would a ghost drop this?
You got an out-of-focus picture. Of course the kids have a photo of a sex
It's
cult.
blurry and out of focus. I can make out two people, but not their faces. So that's why they think it was a ghost. But then who was under Anna's tree?
Titi.
Someone is walking in Anna's forest in the early afternoon when the weather is clear. Give this person the out-of-focus picture. Let the twins know once you found out who the ghost is. Early afternoon. Alright, at least now we have now we have the side quest. Holy shit. You know, it doesn't help. It doesn't help that the vehicles in this game don't use the analog triggers at the back for braking and accelerating.
My first impression when we met her on that bridge is slightly different from what I think about her now. Don't you think she's pretty mesmerizing? And Zach, she seemed interested in you. Did you make a move on her? No, don't answer. I'm just asking. But if you like her, I won't stand in your way. But I'd like to hear the truth. Because this kind of stuff could affect our friendship. Me? I'm just interested in her, that's all. It isn't love or anything. From what I can tell, she doesn't even seem to like me. It's pretty clear from how she acts when she's around me.
When I can afford to, Shen.
As you know, Zach, I'm cautious with women. It's because I was badly burned in my last relationship.
I really have no idea what women are thinking. That's my problem.
You're pretty friendly with the ladies, aren't you, Zach?
Oh,
Maybe
I
you
try
should
to be.
teach me about how to interact with women.
Just be a lewd piece of shit and make shitty jokes. That tends to work most of the time. A few times we've been at festivals with a trailer. We're also one of the best, but the day of the departure always gets delayed because the alcohol in the apartment low fast enough and you always try to find a backup driver at the last minute. I've honestly never really been a festivals kind of guy. Most time I've spent at festivals is waiting for drunk people so I can drive them into the city. And that was all work related. I've never been too good with crowds and shit, to be honest. Always socially awkward. That's one of the things about streaming that...
I would consider myself to be a high-functioning alcoholic.
Well, yes.
Check out that tactical sub, dude. Fox sickos.
But also... Gotta help with all my social anxieties a little bit. Allowing me to get more open with social interactions and also just about being more open about things. The pothead.
Hey, Sigourney.
I'm glad you're here. My pot. It's getting cold. Please, let's get going.
Could you explain what you're talking about?
What are you rambling on about? My pot's getting cold as we speak. Hurry! Hurry!
No, it wasn't about riders. It was about...
I guess we're going to have to drive her home. But I wonder what happens when her pot gets cold.
It was about the people we captured, like the bandits and stuff, that you just threw at the... you first hog-tied them, then you just threw them on the back of the horse, and they stuck there until they themselves either freed themselves and escaped, or we took them down. No attachment or anything, just jump them at the very back of the horse, right on top of the horse's ass, and they would stick there. No matter what the fuck we do. So, that was where we came with that idea. Alright, so where does Sigourney live then?
Now, get the car going! My house is over by the lake. 3, 2, 1, go!
That was a good start. House is by the lake, so we gotta turn around.
Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold.
Oh, fuck you and your pot. I don't know, Shen. Eventually.
Oh, thanks to you, my pot is still warm.
I'm glad to hear that.
Don't get so excited, will you? Keep your voice down.
What, are you going to tell me a secret?
Probably,
The
yeah.
pot knows everything.
In the pot, probably.
Here's all. If you can't find the person you are looking for, you need to look at things from a different angle. There is only one truth, but more than one is always visible. Like cooking a stew. Mix things in and wait for it to boil together. Just make sure it doesn't get burnt, and keep an eye on it. You have to gently mix it sometimes and wait until it's ready. Listen carefully. The best stew is a stew that is boiled slowly. Oh my! My pot is getting cold again! Did you have to talk so long? Oh!
Cold pot 1. Oh, there's the shoe. I can't even. That's the thing about this game, really. I can't even. At all. Can anyone even? I don't believe it. Yeah, that's kind of my worry.
To catch the raincoat killer ASAP. And that means working closely together. We can work out the Emily situation later. Don't get me wrong, Zach. I mean, I'm not interested in Emily because she's female or anything. I'm just saying she's interesting. You know, as in interesting person. But by looking at her, she reminds me of something I used to feel. That's all. Like back when I first met you. You know, that feeling we all used to feel back when we were kids. Feeling safe while also feeling a need to protect. That kind of feeling. But Zach.
Could you finish so I can go refuel?
Back then. Anyways, we're getting closer one step at a time.
Electra, probably.
I have a feeling it's going to get tough.
And when they're going to get tough, the tough get going.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, that was a thing. That was very much a thing. We did eat an embryo. And I don't remember why I thought that it might have been a good idea to not. I don't remember too much about Darkwood anymore. Except that Chapter 2 was kind of boring. But Chapter 1 I really enjoyed, but then we got to Chapter 2, which just basically suddenly started. We lost most of our stuff. And then not a lot of new happened.
So, where shall we go next?
It was just mostly just the same, except now you lost your stuff because there was a point of no return that wasn't telegraphed well. So it was a thing. Oh yeah, this bot's quite custom, Rakatakti, so I don't know which bot you're talking about. Because on this stream we have a lot of things that's very custom. That's why, for example, we have King Chedra. And we have the challenge system. Lots of things. We're just been making
consider
specifically.
myself to be a high functioning alcoholic.
Exactly.
But check out that tactical sub, dude. Fuck sickos.
Well, King Chadra's story is that we started to... with Mono, we started... I don't even remember how long ago. But the chat itself started, I think... Has it now been 2 or 3 years that it's been on? I don't even remember. It has been a while. I think 2 years now. The chat's been at use with the Nuzlocke November challenges. Where we just wanted to have a little chat Pokemon that has all kinds of evolutions and whatever the fuck shit. And I've been working more and more to update it, and this year well, now it's last year. Last year I completely migrated it to a new engine. I completely rewrote the whole thing, which gave us more customizability, more ease of use, less things that should break. And it's just this fun little version of basically a tip bar with all kinds of funny inside jokes. One of those inside jokes is King Chadra JFS, which is one of the evolutions, which is a reference to a sexy goth bad boy himself, whose wonderful angelic sound can be heard when his cry is evoked. That is the short version, because I like tinkering with all kinds of shit. And if you're gonna be at Mono's this May, you're gonna find out from where it all began, basically. Because this kind of cooperation and me starting to learn how to do bot shit and create programs for streaming actually started with what should be at use in May. When Mono's going to be playing Mace Effect, where the chat gets to decide whether Mono's going to be playing Paragon or Renegade. Because that was the system that we originally started working together with. Because he had his own system, I liked it, and I started making a different version of it that was more automated. And I decided that it might be a good idea to actually work with him. No, he's going to use the morality system, if you remember that. That's where it all began, before the Chad. That was the early version of where everything began, and the morality system is going to make a return for the first time in quite a while. And what I am going to do is I'm going to start preparing for work. Because it is late, and I do need to go to work. Which sucks. I'd rather not. But I have to, because I need money. I wish it didn't. But I do. Now I just need the monitor to go back. There we go. Yeah, I like money too. Money is really fun. Money is really good. Money helps with a lot of things. Plenty of fucking things. Including, you know... Oh, fuck. Utena, thank you for your 100 Tigbitties. Your support is extremely appreciated. Thank you so much. Jesus fucking Christ. And on that note, let's go watch Mono stab some peasants. So, anyway, I am going to be making the thief video to the completion this week. So all of the patrons are going to be getting it early this weekend. And next week, I'm going to be releasing the Thief video publicly. So for everybody to check out my YouTube, like, subscribe, use the bell, whatever, I don't care. But don't watch them. Just go there and complain that I'm a woke cuck who uses the words they and masculine presenting, and then downvote it and go whine on Reddit that no, not Reddit. Go whine on Funny Junk that I'm a woke liberal cuck faggot, because that's what Funny Junk does, because they didn't grow up from 2014 and they think it's still funny. In case you haven't noticed, I don't really have much respect for Funny Junk. But that is it for this time. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, which is hopefully on Sunday. So until then, Introvert signing out. Ooh, that's a good one, Rakatat.
Next time, obey.
It is over.